Hello, I'm Adam from VOLA, and you are watching ROCKFLESH.com.
Welcome back to ROCKFLESH.com, and we're with Adam from VOLA. Thanks very much for joining us. Fresh off the stage.
Yes.
How was the set? How do you feel it went?
It was awesome. It was fun. Good stage, good crowd, good staff, good people all around. It's our second time at Radar.
Yep.
2019 was the first time in Guildford, so smaller place.
Guildford was in a nightclub, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Back in the day,
With a big chandelier in the middle.
Crazy venue. Brilliant.
This felt really cool, like a proper venue.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think you were the first band of the day on the main stage to have the backdrop and everything as well on your stage. Yeah, rather than the sponsors' backdrop. So that's great. It was almost like it's really started now.
Yes.
Excellent. No, brilliant. I mean, these kind of festivals, obviously, the first time I saw you guys was at TechFest, UK TechFest.
Okay.
And obviously you've got festivals like Euroblast and that. How important are these festivals that are kind of technical rock and metal, progressive music, to bands that are maybe kind of working in a more niche area?
I mean, that's the core of the festival life in those niche genres. And surprisingly, UK, like Radar, TechFest, it's really like strong names in the festival world in that niche. But it's really important, I think, especially for if you're a younger band who plays in this niche, and you're not gonna get booked at Download, or because it's so niche, and you need to be a bit bigger to get there. So these kind of festivals, it's a fantastic opportunity, I think, both as a career building thing, but also as a learning experience to see how it happens when it's proper, when it's real.
Exactly. That's the thing. I think these festivals are still big enough that you're reaching out and you're being seen by people who don't know you. Exactly. That's always the thing, isn't it, with festivals? How does that make you kind of change up your set lists for festivals as compared to a headline tour?
Yeah, you have to switch it up. You have shorter time. Maybe you don't have your full headline setup. Like, we don't bring all the lights that we usually do. And the songs, you have to make them more festival worthy, Like when you play a headline show, there's one or two openers, so a bit of a warm up, and then you let the crowd go through this full experience of ups and downs, and
the whole feeling of the whole band,
the full movie. On a festival, you're one among many bands playing there, and people are very often at a festival to kind of have fun, party, meet people, have this nice common experience. And you have to cater to that a bit.
Definitely.
You can still have these ups and downs, but a bit more limited.
I think your set today seemed heavy.
Yes,
heavy.
Exactly.
I thought that must be on purpose. That must be on purpose.
For sure. I mean, also looking at what else is on stage today.
And thrown up afterwards as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Very heavy.
You have to match that. But also just in this limited time that you have, give people those energetic songs that they want to sing along to.
The memorable ones, the snapshot of you still as a band. That's the kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's interesting, actually. I suppose in that way you wouldn't want to necessarily play that many songs that were melancholy. And I know, like, Witness was very much a melancholy album kind of thing. With the new album coming out, I think it's 1st of November, isn't it? Yeah. So, Friend of a Phantom. Are we going to see heavier stuff for that? Is that what the singles have been hinting at?
A bit of both, actually. It's stretching a bit in both directions.
Brilliant.
I would say that whether it's heavy or not, it's more just a product of where the songs go. This album is more focused on, you know, more melancholy, a bit tragic in a sense.
Right.
But there is definitely some heavier stuff. One of the songs on the album, Cannibal, features Anders Fridén, the vocalist of In Flames, the fellow Swede. So that's, I mean, you can imagine that's not the softest of songs.
It's not likely to be, is it? It's all likely. Actually, one of the questions I was going to ask was if you could kind of collaborate with anyone, who would it be? But maybe you already have. I don't know. You know,
there's many people who want to collaborate with. So, as a band, I would love to do like the Danish thing with Ivor. That would be cool. I'm a big fan of her, so that would be awesome. Personally, I would love to do something with Chelsea Wolfe.
Brilliant.
Very out there, Lorena McKenna. That would be awesome. And Lars Ulrich, of course.
Of course.
That would be pretty awesome.
Exactly, because you've got to say, like, you play the drums, and like you sure as hell play the drums. Like, it really is. It really is. It's intricate. For anyone who doesn't know VOLA, there's a hell of a lot of syncopation in like everything, and it's very much like anyone who knows Meshuggah, where it's kind of like, well, which instrument are you going to follow, kind of thing. How do you bring together the songs when you're writing them in that respect?
So the key is to view the song as a full kind of story, and all the technical stuff, it's just tools to get the message across.
Sure.
So very important to not get too caught up in technical stuff. So when we play, you know, tricky riffs or grooves that are a bit off, it feels natural. It's not something where we did it to
just put it in.
It just happens to be a bit odd.
And it's just the way that you want to tell the story of the song.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the most important. The story of the song. That's the core. Without that, there is no song.
Yeah, exactly. That's brilliant. So when you look at putting together an album, is it individual stories, or like almost like a concept kind of, you know, thing across an album often? Individual
stories. So Witness was individual stories, but in the sense of stories that you yourself witnessed, like you were on the outside looking in, seeing these stories unfold. Friend of a Phantom deals more with different stories as well, but stories where there is a kind of phantom next to you or behind you, either in the sense of, you know, loss and tragedy, or some bad habits that are there with you, or a good kind of phantom that is with you as well. But still just stories under this umbrella of this idea of
no, that's good. Is that kind of atmosphere the same vibe, the same context, for those elements?
Yeah, exactly. See it like a series of episodes or books. Where they don't have anything in common per se, but it's all under the same umbrella. And that's kind of how these songs are.
Excellent. So let's think about some slightly out there questions, like we like to do. It's come to the end of your careers as VOLA. You're like 105 years old, all of you, and you're about to play your final gig. What's the last song you ever play as a band?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would love to go with something old. To bring us back to those early days. So I mean, Straight Lines could be one of those.
You could say it's a good closer anyway.
So, or Inside Your Fur, or something like that.
Definitely. No, that's a good call. That's a good call. I thought that might be cool. If we were to give you unlimited finances and say you could do any stage setup you'd like, what would you put on stage? You know, you could have your own version of a giant Eddie on stage and all that kind of thing if you wanted, you know.
I would definitely not go smaller than what Rammstein is doing.
Never go smaller than Rammstein. I think that's like, you know, is that like just a life hack, you know? Is that?
But they do fire, pyro. I would go with lasers, stuff like that, and with the crazy technology of the future, scary holograms and whatnot.
That's cool.
Yeah, I would definitely do stuff like that. I think an idea that we want to do is to involve the crowd more in the general experience. So I would, if I had unlimited money, would go for, you know, surround live audio, very realistic, and
awesome.
Lights surrounding the crowd and involving the crowd as well. So they're not just watching a light show, but the light show is happening around them, together with the sound.
And that's going to be your experience as well, isn't it? Though we often say, you know, the crowd feed off the band feed off the crowd.
Yeah, that's right.
Anytime you can enhance that interaction, it's always going to be brilliant.
Exactly. And we're actually starting to discuss these options. So it's something that might happen.
Yeah.
We'll see on our tour, European tour in November, if that happens, if we manage to make it work on a small scale. But
I think it's always good when a headline tour can even just put a little bit of their kind of just their individuality into the stage shows. It's always brilliant, you know. And it's perfect in that respect. So obviously, yes, you've got the tour in November. You've got the in fall. You've got November the 1st, the release of the album. What can we expect next calendar year from you guys? More touring?
Yes. I don't know what kind of touring yet. We're planning stuff.
No secrets.
We're planning stuff, but nothing has been locked in. But there will definitely be more touring, more festivals as well, and just kind of making sure to get the album out.
I was going to say it's about getting the album out there, isn't it, with a full cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I for one can't wait for the album to come out. A massive fan. You guys were brilliant today. I think you're going to be one of the highlights of the weekend, to be honest. So brilliant. So thank you very much, Adam, for sharing time with us. And we've been ROCKFLESH.com at Radar Festival. Like, subscribe, and get along to the website for reviews and photos from the VOLA set and from everyone this weekend. Cheers.